इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थिन द्वंद्व मोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम सर्गे yanti parantapa. Through delusion in the form of pairs of opposites such as pleasure and pain, etc., born of desire and aversion, all living creatures in this world are falling a prey to delusion. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 27. Please forgive my Sanskrit. The above quote comes from one of the sacred books given by the spirits to mankind, and this quote, as all the others, conveys out the understanding of what God is, and once we comprehend the concept, we encounter the story of the universe in every account ever penned on the face of this and every other planets inhabited by thriving life. Equally, we can determine that we humans tend to divide almost everything that we find and take it to an understanding by analyzing every part of its existence, trying to refine and realize the gist of it. This likely has begun with the concept of duality, which is deep-rooted in the heart of most of the human society of 21st century. This concept of duality, which divides everything into at least two parts, clings human to one side of the magnet without realizing that whichever side that he is the same attractor, the same magnet. And clouded by the side that he has chosen, he descends into the trap, the prey to illusion, which has also been taught in the Hindu philosophical system as Indrazal or Mayazal. An Indrazal or Mayazal is an existence. Indriya meaning our five senses, by which we are entrapped into believing only what we sense, and by the virtue of what we have seen, heard, tasted, smelled, and touched, we create a world of ourselves which fits into our limited understanding of the whole. The whole, or the source energy from where we once voyaged into this endless journey of knowing all that there is the ultimate, which many civilizations have termed as God. It is like the one tone that floats like a wave through the entire musical piece, combining the other parts like rhythms and tonal patterns and their embellishments, making it equally beautiful as it can be. But knowing this whole seems not so easy for a normal day-to-day human mind, which of course is also a foundation of that mind in the foremost position. There have been numerous of gurus all around the world who have contributed ideas and tricks of entering into this world of seeing everything and being everything. And among them, becoming an observer is one effective way to enjoying all the experiences, which indeed is our primary goal in the entire creation. And to do that, one must develop the habit of being even-minded. A lot of us have been brought to a glimpse of understanding that by just thinking, we create the reality, or at least we get what we desire by putting our constant thought into it. But this is from a human point of view. Once we understand, even if without experiencing it, that we create our reality, we see that the Creator has created everything by just thinking it, which makes her a constant thinking entity comprised of the whole, and in her thoughts come all the positive and negative things united as one. In other words, there are no concepts of duality or the forms of pairs of opposites. To become an observer is thus living in proximity to the source energy we call God by being in the center of all duality and by not judging things or taking any sides of it, because at the end, when we leave the physical realm, none of the incidents we live through during our life will matter except for if we experienced it or not. And when we allow our brain to choose a side in the duality, we forget to see the issues in now losing the larger image and becoming involved in worldly issues, cutting ourselves off from the source. So, an observer is the one who holds the senses in her control rather than the other way around. And only by becoming even-minded, we are freed from the chains that keeps us in the prison of our own mind and which also keeps us away from the Karma Chakra. Happy New Year 2016. May the new planetary alignment bring you much energy to raise your vibration in this existence. Namaste.